A simple trip to the grocery store went to hell in a handbasket. Coffee talk, folks. She believed she could, and so she did. Oh, gracious, gracious, gracious. Things happen, that's for sure, when you least expect them. But I thought I'd go to the grocery store the other day, and I went to Walmart's, and nice day out, beautiful day out. Hold on a minute until I adjust. As I was saying, beautiful day out. I decided to go to the grocery store, and things went bad. Coffee talk, y'all. Get your coffee, everybody. Come around. Sit down. If you can find room here. I feel so cluttered up right here and right now. Still trying to adjust. Trying to be content and happy and satisfied in a camper and still have everything you want. So anyway, get what you're going to drink and sit down, and I got some not so good news. Anyway, I got myself up, got dressed. It was beautiful out. I figured I'd get some grocery shopping done, and my biggest grocery place is Walmart's, because they have everything that I could possibly want, and cheap. So I headed down there. Got out of my car, went and got me one of them little teeny buggies, because I don't plan on getting much. And I just started walking away from the container that holds the buggies, and I seen this woman running. She was in front of me. I seen this woman running, and a buggy traveling in front of her, headed towards a car. And she's running just as hard as she can run to catch up. Well, her feet got tangled up in amongst herself, and down she went, smacked her face on that cement just as hard as she could fall. She had glasses on, and that buggy then hit a brand new car. So I seen another woman younger than me running towards her. I headed towards her to see what I could help with, but of course I had my buggy and there wasn't nothing in it yet to make it roll too hard and too fast if it did get loose. But Walmart's just did a upgrade on there, and if you don't hold on to them buggies, it kind of slants downhill. And so she's laying there, and she's holding her face, and blood starts coming everywhere, and she's shocked. I mean, naturally you would be. I know she knew she was going down, because you know that feeling. I don't know about guys and how they feel, but us women know that when we're going down, we're going down. And once we head down, there ain't nothing we can do other than put our hands out to brace us, right? Or some people are quick enough and bright enough to know, let's fall a different way. That's far away that might be easier on me. Now, I've done that several times in the past. You know you're falling, so your lightning fast brain thinks up a way for you to fall a better way. But she didn't. She didn't even put her hands out to brace herself, and she smacked right down flat, and got a big gash up above her eye and broke her nose. I mean, you could see the blood was just coming from everywhere. Her nose was bleeding, and after she realized what was going on, she sit up, and somebody gave her some tissues, and women came from out of the woodwork to help her. And she didn't want. She accepted the help, but she didn't want. She wanted her sister to come and help her. She didn't say nothing about no ambulance, no nothing. She didn't want no extra other than what people were helping her right there. And one guy come up, an older guy, and he said, well, somebody needs to tell him in there. And I said, well, she don't want to do nothing. And we got to respect her wishes. And he said, okay, well, people that care aren't going to do that. He went straight in there and told them that there was a lady out here that fell and she's bleeding. So one lady come out, and then pretty soon the lead man of something going on in there came out, and then another guy came out. And in the meantime, one of the other women that had stopped to help called the ambulance. So here it is, that poor woman and me, we headed to the grocery, like all those other ladies, we headed to the grocery store to take care of our family needs, and got interrupted. A chance, an opportunity for all of us to help another individual. But lo and behold, it went to hell in a handbasket for her. She had already had got her grocery shopping done, thank God. But maybe that's not a good thing, But however you look at it, her grocery cart was full of groceries, and she was putting it in her SUV, and she forgot to hold on to it, and it took off with the rest of the groceries in it. And there she is trying to catch it. We never know. We never know how our day is going to go, folks. You get up in the morning, and, I'm going to go to the grocery store, going to get my groceries done early, and you never foresee something like that. Now, they come and took her to the hospital, I'm sure, but she was gone by the time I got back out of the grocery store. But her main concern was to get a hold of her sister once she knew that they were going to be taking her to the hospital, to leave a key for the vehicle and the house so the sister could come by and get her groceries and take them to the house and put them away. So, again, we never know what's going to happen. So should she have had a backup plan? We don't want to assume bad things are going to happen. But just in case, maybe the sister should have already had a key, not only to their house, but to the vehicle. I mean, she could have left her car unlocked, but the way society is anymore, that somebody could come by and took all of her groceries out of her car. You never know, especially someone that was observing what was going on. But that leads me to never assume sometimes what we assume. That's just like me sitting here the last couple of days working on my bills, assuming that my Social Security check is going to be in the bank. That I make all these plans or I go out and buy something and I expect that money to be there on that particular day, and it's not there. You work all week long, and you got all your plans. You got to pay your rent. You got to get groceries. You've got to pay a doctor bill. You've got to have gas in your vehicle to get to work the next week or 2 weeks. But there's a glitch in the banking system or your company, because most everything's direct deposit anymore, and your paycheck's not there. And you call and you check, and they don't know what's going on. There's a glitch in the system, and they don't know what's going on. And your rent is due tomorrow. Or today, whatever. And there's no money there to pay the rent. What do? Because you're going paycheck to paycheck. Because you really haven't made any kind of backup plan in case something like that would happen. We all do that. Every one of us. So therefore you can't pay your rent. Can't pay your electric bill. Can't get groceries. So what do? You're an avid coffee drinker. Now I can get by without coffee. I can do the tea, but I don't have to go to work. But you're an avid coffee drinker, and you have to get to work every morning. And you're one of them people that you're real groggy when you wake up in the mornings, and you gotta have that coffee. But you get up, and your coffee pot won't work. It blew up. It just gave up the ghost. And what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? My God, I got to have my coffee. I can't get to work. I can't function. And or you get up and the electric went out during the night sometime. And you have no way whatsoever to make you any coffee. Now you could have heated the coffee, the water on your stove and poured it through the filter if you had just a regular coffee pot with the glass deal and everything. You could do that way and get you at least a half a cup of coffee, and at least be able to get you to a place a coffee shop where you can get you a big mug full of coffee or something. So when we assume When we go through our day and we assume that everything is going to go according to plan, to par, to whatever, and it don't, what do? Do we have a backup plan? You get up and you getting in your car, and you're headed out to work or take your kids to school, but you got a flat tire or your car won't start. Can you call a cab to take you to work? Can you call a friend to take you to work, to take your kid to school? Have you got that set in place? Backup plan. Life is full of surprises, and we need some sort of backup plan. And at the very best, if all of these things happen, the only thing we can assume is that it'll all work out right in the end. It'll all come to good in the end. We just got to have that belief and that faith and assume that when we go within and we talk to the Creator, our higher self, that when we asked for things to be good, things will be good. That's the only thing we can assume. And when life is full of surprises like that, sometimes we have to have a backup plan for a backup plan. And how do we do that? Like say for instance, okay, I did have a credit card that I went to get groceries 2 days in a row. The first time I used the money that I had left over for the month. And I'm wanting to get my credit card paid off, but yet at the same time it's not working well enough to get my credit score up. So I thought it was pretty yucky out today, and I looked at the weather and everything. The weather was going to be pretty good yesterday. So I sit down and I ordered my groceries for the month and all my paper products and stuff for the month, my dog food. Ordered it for pickup, which is free after a certain amount that you get. And I put it on my credit card. And I went down and I picked it up, got it home, got it put away, and now I've been sitting down working out a plan to pay that credit card off. I should have my money today. And or at least by the 1st anyway. Now, I'm not looking for anything to go wrong, but do I have a backup plan? The only backup plan I have is because most of my I have $300 that I have to give my daughter at the first of the month, and I have my phone. The rest are credit cards, so they could go, and I would just have to end up paying a fee for late fee. But still really not a good enough backup plan for me. And like so many of us out here, we don't have a backup plan. Say, for instance, you get paid every week or you get paid every 2 weeks, and everything's all caught up, your bills are all caught up, and you got 1 week that is free and clear. You don't have to pay anything for it. And I've done this in the past. when we were married, when I was married. So, but the check is free and clear. And you get this bright idea, well, I can go out and buy that big TV that I wanted, or that a whole wardrobe, new wardrobe if I want it. And you do that, and think, well, you know, I've got my next paycheck will pay for my electric or my next month's rent, or whatever that you're sitting down thinking. Week goes by, you go to work, and a glitch happens in the system for your next paycheck, and your paycheck's not there. And or you go into work, especially nowadays, with how things are going and how they're finding ways to not have workers anymore. You go into work and they fire you. Well, they let you go. They don't fire you. They say, we have to let you go because we can't afford to pay this many people anymore. Oops, no more job, not enough money to pay next month's rent. What do? We should always have some sort of backup plan. And that's me too. So, being the CEO of my own life, as all of you are the CEO of your own life, we need to stay prepared for any obstacle, for anything that could possibly go wrong, because lifing, when we have to life our lives, there's unexpected grocery store hauls that unexpected. Life changes. Unexpected. So, as much as I've been doing what I need to do to make extra money and stuff so I can put it aside so that I can have extra, I take 10% of my Social Security every month and I put it in my savings. I've got a Chime card and I got a one-pay card, and I put money on that every month to have if I need extra food or something like that. So I've been doing that, but I still think that I could do better. So that was one of the reasons why I started looking into a way to keep my credit cards paid up, to get them paid down, keep them in a active mode to where my credit is going to get better, and I've got some available credit on my credit cards in case something does go wrong. So things can go to hell in a handbasket in a heartbeat, folks. Just like I was looking at my YouTube earnings. My YouTube earnings are nothing. Now I will get, so far, I got 2 days left in this month. Right now I've got $101.12 that I will get on the 21st. Now I can add that to my stash. But if I had to depend on that for my living, oh God, that's not going to work. Because even though I have over 3,000 subscribers, that's not working that well. Because for one thing, YouTube has started a system where that if your subscribers aren't participating in your videos, even if you got your bell on, they disconnect that. So you have to continue to go in and see if you're still bell connected to get my videos announced to you. And I also noticed that I'm not getting the comments. 7 days ago somebody commented and I went back and didn't see it till yesterday. And then some of the comments that I comment on, they're getting taken right back off again. So we gotta be prepared for anything and everything. And so not to put all of our eggs in one basket, so to speak. Don't assume that because the system has held a carrot out here in front of you, like they did the carrot in front with a donkey, a horse, on a buggy, and how they did that to get the horse to go forward because that carrot's hanging there. Don't let the system hang carrots out in front of us to use that as an incentive to move forward. Let's make up our own incentive to go forward. Let's stop assuming that when we wake up every morning, or even that we're going to go to sleep at night, and or something's not going to happen along the way. Life happens, folks. And we got to quit running around helter-skelter with no thought or backup plan for anything, especially in this day and age. Rent is sky high. Mortgages are going up. The food is atrocious. See, I can't even speak without my teeth in my mouth. Even more so, I can't speak with the teeth in my mouth. So, but it is what it is. So I'm hoping that you guys can can understand the language of no teeth in the mouth. So, assume nothing other than it'll all work out in the end if we depend on Source, the Creator, depend on our mind, our brain, our imagination, depend on us to know to do the right thing at the right time. All right, folks, well, I'm going to go. Remember, a merry heart doeth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit will dry up your bones. And as a man believes in his heart, that's how he will go and that's how he will be. If you believe that your life is crap and it's always going to be crap, that you're not going to get that job or this job, and you might not get that job. There might be a better job for you. And or you might find a better way to live without having to have a job. I think that's the direction we all need to go in. Find a much better way to live without having to have the so-called work ethic, the money, the whatever. There's ways. I know there's ways. And it's use our imagination and the universe and our energy to come up with what we need to have a comfortable, satisfying life. If you believe you can, if you believe you can't, you're right. Hugs and kisses. Talk to y'all later. No, hell no.